Ben is looking for, we have her. Katie Gill is guesting next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's amazing how the unexpected can take your life and change directions.
That's right. You know what time it is. It's the Baby Daddy After Show here on AfterBuzz TV, and that's 11 seconds of what? Pure pop perfection.
That's right.
I said that. Hi, I'm one of your hosts, James Lott Jr., and welcome for joining us. I see you guys in the chat room. I'm glad you guys are here. Of course, my partner in all things Baby Daddy, but not Baby Daddy himself, Dakota T. Jones.
That's right. What is up, guys? I am not a baby daddy, but you guys can find me everywhere on social media at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
And you guys know I am a baby daddy, so that's another story. But my guest today, she is the daughter of an actress that I loved on Dallas. It's so funny about that. But she's also done Parks and Rec, The Middle, Betrayed at 17, My Synthesized Life, Franklin and Bachelor. I love that show. I love Franklin and Bachelor. I'm so sad it's gone. Body of Proof, and just much. She's done a lot of different things here, and she's a great actress, and she's so nice, you guys.
Yes.
There are nice people in Hollywood.
There are.
There are. There really are, and I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, she is Ben's mystery woman. We learned her name was Elizabeth, but she's actually Elle, not Liz. Katie Gill.
Hello.
What an intro.
What an intro. Give a big intro. It's all for you. See, any claps? Everybody down, everybody down.
That's
down.
right.
That's the audience out there. Down.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's funny because you literally are a major storyline point this season. I mean, how's that feel?
It feels really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting, and it's always a mystery to me too, because when I get the script, I'm like, ooh, and I read into it, and I'm like, yes.
Yes.
So
Not
it's
only
great.
did we see you like a few weeks ago, but I remember now, like the finale, you were like walking by him.
Remember?
I was like, who is she?
Right, like bumping into him.
I know. And I
almost hitting him with the Vespa.
Yes.
Yeah,
And for a while
exactly.
there, I was like, are we going to see her again? Because they talked about you, and then they didn't for a little while, and then they brought you up again, and then we saw you a little bit, and I'm like, is that it, or are we going to see her more?
Right.
And I was so happy this week we finally got to see your story play out a little more and get to know you more, your character more, and I'm just super happy that they did that, because I was like, they can't just do that to us and then not bring her around.
Right, yes. And this was called the Elle Freezes Over.
Yes.
I love the title. So you're in the title, of course.
Right, yeah.
And it was a case of the whole missed seeing each other stuff. Where you kind of, you're close, you're not close, you're close, you're not close, you're there, you're not there. Then he sees you, and then it's like this whole, but he still misses you at the course. Still
Right.
misses you
I know.
Yeah.
because of someone else. Our friend of the show, Danielle Monet, was on tonight. Sam returned. So we're going to talk about all of that, because that was just such an interesting thing. First of all, how did this role come into your orbit?
Well, I got the audition, and I remember I was super excited about it. I had auditioned for Baby Daddy a few other times. I was always blonde, and I auditioned, and I was always a blonde, and I didn't really, get the roles or whatever. And then I went brunette, and the first audition for Baby Daddy, I booked it, and I was like, oh my god! But I remember telling my mom, I said, okay, I have this big audition, and I really want to do well, and I couldn't meet up with her because she was in Atlanta, and so she called me and said, let's FaceTime. I'm like, okay, so she coached me through FaceTime, and we coached through the audition, and it was super fun, and it was great, and I went in and did the audition, and then I got a call back, and I went to the callback, and it all went. I had just a really fun time auditioning, and got to play this, character, and I love that she's like kind of quirky, and it's great.
Well, it's funny because because you're becoming this major plot point. You're not just some girls just guesting on the show every once in a while. Like, you are the plot point for the lead guy.
Yeah.
So that's a different kind of role for you. I'm sure you're coming in, reoccurring in a way, but in a way you're mentioned every episode, so to speak.
Right, like in the titles,
Yes,
Ellen back, or like Elle Freezes Over. Yeah.
I know, yeah.
It's always a play on that one.
Yeah, it is. It's so good, but it's like that must be amazing.
Oh yeah.
And technology is great. FaceTime is good. There's a thing called Uvu. All these things, Skyping. I mean, her mother's Morgan Brittany from Dallas. I just want to say that out loud. She looks like her too when I see that, so I love her. So it's kind of cool that she's able to set aside time for you, able to FaceTime each other and do the practicing.
Right, yeah. It was great, and my mom's really awesome. She's always been there for me every time I have an audition. She's like, "Oh, you want to run lines? You want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That's so
What is
cool.
one thing advice she's given you, because she's been an actress for a long time? I mean, she's been doing it for years.
Yeah. She told me never give up. She's like, I know this business is really hard, and I mean, it's trying on you too, like auditioning, and there's a lot of rejection out there. And
yes, we talk about that all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And so she just told me, she's like, don't give up. Just always know that just keep pushing forward and believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself, and you'll go far. You know.
That's awesome.
It's true. I think if you don't believe in yourself and your ability, no one, who else is going to believe in you?
Exactly.
Then,
You
Right.
gotta believe in yourself. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
staying in it, and being consistent and staying in it is, I think, it's a big part too.
Right.
Not only that, but being courageous enough to take a major change by like changing your hair even, because a lot of people in Hollywood, they're like, no, this is how I look, I don't want to change it or anything like that, but like taking a risk like that, and then that like
Right.
making, because I mean hair color can make a difference sometimes,
Yeah, I
like
guess
in
so.
Oh,
who gets the
totally.
character. So
Yeah.
you took a chance and then you got it, and that's just so rewarding. That's so awesome.
There are a lot of
Right.
blondes on the show already.
There are.
Right. Exactly.
There are.
There
I
are.
caught
There
that.
are a lot of
There are a lot of
blondes
blondes
on
on
the
the show already. Great blondes. We love them. They're
Yes.
great
Yes.
blondes.
Fantastic.
People are saying look like an older version of what Emma's going to look like.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I can see
They're
that.
totally saying that. And you're like, what? I'm like, oh, like, that's so funny.
That's so
Aw.
true.
It is so, like, you get to hold the babies, or
Right.
one of the babies. Did you hold both twins at one point, or just one?
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
They're
And
so cute.
they're so cute, you know, and it's so right before we did our scene, because I had met them a couple times before, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna like get to know them a little more, because they had mentioned, oh, you know, like we'll see if she goes to you during the scene,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like to hand over, and so before we went on, I was like, so what's your favorite Disney princess, and what's your favorite
Aw.
color, and like. Oh my god, they both were so amazing and so cute, and I'm like, oh, you guys are just so adorable.
Are.
And so she went right to me in the scene, which was great,
Oh.
you know, and I was like, yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite lines of this episode was whenever they're like, "Wait, Riley, did you just leave the baby in there with a random
I know.
stranger?"
Yeah, I know.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, kind of, yeah."
Yes. Like,
Let me go check on that.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So one of the basic storylines which was your storyline was that you were looking for a place to live, because we met your, I guess they were roommates at the time, the two girls at the
Right,
party.
Olivia, yeah.
Yeah, so they were your
Yeah.
roommates at the time. That's when you popped out and we were like, oh, there she is.
Right,
And Danny
exactly.
just missed you guys.
Right.
So you're looking for a place to live, obviously. And Bonnie's of course Bonnie's the realtor.
Right.
As you know, Ben's saying, he has your picture in his wallet.
Exactly.
And you're saying you're thinking about the same guy too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my dream guy. I know I ran into him 3 times, and I'm like, you know, I'm looking for my guy too.
Oh, that's
Little
right.
does Bonnie know.
Yeah.
Because I totally forgot about that. Because you said, "Oh, you like the last episode." Yeah, you
Yes.
just missed Ben as he like left.
Yeah,
You're
they
like,
missed.
Oh my
They
gosh.
miss each other.
Yeah.
They keep missing each other. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
It's
So
like
she was looking
serendipitous.
for him.
Yes, it is very much.
Yeah.
No, very much.
Right.
But no, they remember they missed each other, so it's like, oh, he just has that picture.
I just want to know what's gonna happen whenever she finds out that Ben may or may not have slept with the other two
Oh, with the
girls.
two
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know, it's so crazy.
That's
we thought
gonna
about that. We're
be
like, that's great.
intense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, are you Emma's real mother?
my
She's not Emma's real mother.
No, we've met Emma's real mother.
Yeah, we met Angela. Where we met her.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So we already know who real mother is. I guess you're looking at your resemblance.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and Tucker's just like, you'll get over her. Stop trying to find her.
Right.
And meanwhile, you're with Bonnie, and Bonnie's being. How's it working with? I mean, how do you keep a straight face?
Oh, with Melissa?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
she's a hoot. I love her so much. She is so wonderful. I mean, she's like so funny. I mean,
Yes.
it's always like, you know, joke here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's just like the life of the whole set.
Yeah.
We've met her, and she
Yeah.
is super. I mean, just like just energy
incredible.
in a bottle. I mean, just like. But I'm saying, but you have to work with her. We just met her casually. You have to work with her and try to keep a straight face and like deliver your lines.
Oh, I know. It's hard.
I'm sure it is.
great.
The
yeah.
writers give them the craziest things to say too
Yeah.
sometimes, and
Yes.
I mean, you were kind of the straight person to her craziness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's fun working off of her too, though, because like the reactions and stuff like that. I mean, I really enjoy. I love reactions.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that so much.
It's great because you're like this character who like you realize that this girl's a little off, but you're polite enough to kind of be like, okay, you know, and kind of have that look, and then afterwards you're like, I don't want you to be my realtor
Yes.
or my matchmaker. Like, I feel so good saying
Finally
that.
saying that, yes, like finally say that.
Finally getting it out.
Yeah, yes. But basically, the whole episode was just mishaps. You're missing there, and she wants to set you up with Ben, but she knows you as Elizabeth, and she calls you Liz.
Right.
I keep
Yeah.
forgetting that Elizabeth actually has several nicknames.
Okay, I get
Yeah.
it.
There's-
Elizabeth.
You say
Elle.
Beth,
Okay.
Liz, Lizzie, Elle.
I've never
Elle.
heard of Elle before.
I never heard of Elle either.
Not for Elizabeth.
but-
Not for Elizabeth.
No,
Adams,
yeah.
But it could. It
But it
works.
could be,
It
yeah.
works.
Yeah.
It does work. Or I've heard Liza a couple times for a few Elizabeths. So you can break it up, and so it's kind of clever that she calls you Liz, Elizabeth.
Right.
Ben's looking for Elle, so you would never guess it.
I know.
Yeah. You know what's funny is my middle name is Elizabeth.
Really? It was meant to be.
Oh my goodness.
It's meant to be.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
That
love
is
it.
so funny.
There's no coincidences. They always
That's
say
right.
there's no coincidences.
That's right.
Oh, they think first of all, you guys, thanks for watching and talking. They think that Elle should move into the building.
To move into the building?
Oh.
Ooh, that would be nice. Get
And
like a
then
room
they
next door.
kind of keep missing each other in the building a little bit, and then at some points. So she can't say anything because she can't tell you what's going on.
No.
So I'm just saying that's a good prediction.
Whenever we have our prediction segment, she has to keep her mouth closed
Yes,
so
can't
that
say
way she
anything.
doesn't get any trouble.
Doesn't get any trouble.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any trouble. So, but basically you keep missing each other. But meantime, someone came back that we both like, what?
I know.
Sam returned.
I know.
Did not see that coming at all. He wanted
I
that
like
to
grabbed
happen.
his arm. I was like, what?
I know. He
'Cause
wanted that to happen.
I've always wanted that to happen,
Yeah.
but then now, like with this whole storyline with you, I was like, wait, can she come back another time?
Right.
Like we're just now getting to know Elle. Like
And now we met. You're just like, okay, now I'm a fan of yours now. So it's like, no, we can't because we've been in now.
Oh my God.
yeah.
We
So
love
now
Danielle. We love Danielle too. She's a fan, so we love her too. But it's like, no, it's like it was a weird time for her to come back. And we're like,
I
no.
know.
Oh, but yeah. No, but oh my gosh, Daniela, she's so amazing.
Yeah, she's very
Yeah.
Yes,
She's super
definitely.
nice.
She is.
So that's the wrench through because Ben has been kind of having this problem with sleeping with all these women and everything.
Oh.
So he slept with Sam.
Yep. Of course he
How
did.
many? Of course he did. This is the way she's like, we're going really fast. I mean, that's what he does.
My all-time favorite though is the scene with them in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Mom,
Mom, Sam. Yeah, we keep saying our names loud. It's like we're making it less awkward.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
so funny. And then when Roddy walks in,
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, it's like, okay. He's like, and they start talking about you, and they go, she's really nice. Oh yeah, she's really. I'm like, oh my god, they're all in there.
So
one
They're like
another.
in bed.
I know, just like interrupting the whole thing. I was like, what in the world? Leave it to Baby Daddy to put people in the most awkward situations.
They do
Right.
it all the time. They do it all the time, especially when it comes to the parents, her and the kids. They're
Yeah.
always in these awkward things. And so this tries to bring you to the bar. Sam and they're making out again.
Right.
Right, just right there on the couch in the bar.
Well, I guess it was closed. I guess I
guess.
thought I saw chairs on tables.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of closed.
That's true.
And so again, she didn't want to show you that. Realizes they're going to go to this show thing that they're doing, and so she's going to bring you to the show. And while he was going to go with Riley, it was Riley, Sam, and Emma.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
So I guess we're all there.
Tucker and Danny are in the show.
Well, then that's the
Yeah.
other storyline. Before we all culminates together was that they decided that this Princess Victoria.
I can't believe that. Like, I was like, there's no way she would be allowed to be on a
Oh
children's
my
show.
God,
She was like,
I know. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, girl. I'm like, that's Princess Victoria. And Tucker was so. I mean, Tahj Mowry steals every scene. He's so funny.
Yeah.
he's incredible.
Like with the Peterman, they steal the scenes. Or so everybody's so good on the show, but they just steal the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in love with her for his own reasons, and Emma likes the show for her reasons. She's a kid, and Danny. I like the opening scene of the show where Danny has basically a baby shower kind of.
I know.
With all the guys. It was like the little helmet was so
The
cute,
little helmet.
and the jersey was
Oh my
Jersey
God.
once he was so cute. I'm like, oh
I
my
know.
god. If it was like Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll be happy. But other than that, it was really cute. Like his little jersey, I was like, oh, so cute. But I had to get all manly. I was like, okay, when she came in,
Right.
with the baby.
With the
Exactly.
baby, yeah.
He's like, do you think it's a good idea to bring a baby in a half-naked locker room? It's like, oh, yeah.
Probably
Shirtless
not.
man,
Yeah.
I love this whole time Riley was really trying to like be a good mom and like practice
Yes.
for her own child, but she kept doing things. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh,
Yes.
maybe I failed again. Oh, I kept you up late, Emma. Like she kept making mistakes, and I think that's so realistic because whenever they're first-time mothers, they do make those kind of mistakes because they're not used to making changes for a baby.
The instinct will come in. Like the instinct will come in.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
for mothers and fathers, it'll just happen. It happens. I'm a father. It happened. You just learn how to do it.
Yep,
And when you're in it, you're in it.
that's right.
So you can only practice so much. Every baby's different. Every child's different. So you can't really go by that either.
Yeah.
Some of them are really different.
Yeah.
Some are really easy too. I've had one that was really easy, so that was kind of cool. I say the best line. Oh, I deserve two. She kept saying the whole episode. That was
Yes.
funny. She had two of everything.
That
I love
was
she was
funny.
meeting up with Bonnie, and she stopped to get nachos, which my favorite things
Right.
are at the stands.
Yes.
And she had two of them. That deserve two. Somebody said they like that line. But basically, they decide Danny decides to help Tucker get in the show, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the mishap happens there too, because the prince is not the lead.
Right.
Which was an interesting choice they decided to make.
The spoon.
The little
yeah.
spoon.
The spoon.
I know, the little spoon. That's so funny. But they switch outfits, and And then Danny switches again with his other teammates.
Yes.
Becomes the prince. Danny's the tree, which makes sense. I mean, Derek's so tall.
So tall, yeah.
So there he is, a tree.
When he came to our, he sat where you sat. It was just like.
Oh yeah.
He's just.
Well, and especially on roller, like on the ice skates or whatever.
Oh my
it's even
God.
tall.
Yes.
He's so. It might seem like you're so tall. I mean, I'm
Right.
6 feet tall. I'm thinking I'm halfway decent. No, he towers over you and all that towers over you. So basically, it's a whole big mix-up. Tucker is pissed. So everybody converges at this game. It's kind of game performance,
right?
I guess thing for his charity or whatever. And he showed Princess Victoria. Come on, she was pretty. And then Tucker's like upset, and then they're tackling each other, but they see you on the jumbotron.
Right, the jumbotron, yeah.
There you were.
Yeah.
And that's an awkward scene.
Looking bored.
Yes.
Where is Bonnie?
Unamused, you're like,
What am I doing
I
here?
know.
I'm
Like,
supposed to
first
be
of
a
all,
guy.
I think you were probably thinking, okay, why did I accept an invitation to this from my realtor, who's already sketchy?
Yes.
At that point, you could see the things happening in your mind. You're like, this is weird. I'm leaving. This is too much.
What am I doing here?
So what could you see? Because from our perspective, we couldn't see much. Was there actually a hockey rink stage?
There was, there was like a little area,
Okay.
and they were on rollerblades and going
Okay.
back and forth.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I watched, I'm watching them do their
Wow, so
whole,
funny.
stunts and everything.
Because I was wondering that, because we only could see from the cameras on this side,
Uh-huh.
and we're watching you guys,
Right.
and
Right.
you see them go by. I was like, what if you guys could actually see a
Oh
rink?
yeah, no, we actually saw. I mean, it wasn't a rink
Not
or
a full
anything,
rink, right.
but yeah, it was a little area,
funny.
that they
That's
were
so cool.
doing
They're
there.
on rollerblades. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
that was fun to watch too, because
Yeah.
I would watch them hit each other and then fall to the ground. I'm like, oh man, this is entertaining. I have to
Right?
look bored though, so.
Right. So you're
When
like,
Ben
oh, that was
jumps-
good. I mean, I'm supposed to be unamused.
when Ben jumped and got tackled by all those people, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, oh my God.
I know.
But he sees you on Jumbotron, and now it's a point where he has to make a choice, kind of. Well, not kind of. He had to make a choice. Sam went in the back and was ready to do something, and she was going to take... Because the whole thing was about Emma. That was the whole thing.
Right.
She wasn't ready to be a mom, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Now, apparently, she's saying she is, but he's like, I got to meet her just for a few seconds. They said a few seconds. Well, 10 minutes. But, like, you're going to leave me for the girl? Like,
You're gonna leave we're hanging out here. We're
Right.
watching. What are
Right.
you doing?
No.
that was, like, crazy. It's like, wow. And so then he chose to do it.
Yep. But you'd already walked off. It was already too late.
Oh, I
It's
know.
already too late. It's too late.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's when you told off Bonnie and said, I don't want you to do my
Yeah.
thing. And you were gone.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
I know. It's like, oh my God. It's
Just
like,
missed again.
I know. Is this gonna happen all season? Like, seriously though.
she can't think.
Nope. But that's my prediction, is that this
Yes.
is gonna keep happening and happening and happening until maybe by the series finale they'll like have a meetup or something. But I don't know.
Yes, I don't know either. Because we were saying earlier in here, they feel like that you guys are endgame. And so we don't know. We want to
Yeah,
watch the show to
we
find
thought
out.
we thought Sam was in
We
game a
thought
long
Sam
time
was
ago.
Endgame. So Baby Daddy does throw curves.
Yep.
They do, and
They
they do
do.
stuff. I remember Ben was involved with what's her name, who had her own kid. And that was, they had a serious
Oh,
like
they
that
did.
season.
Right, yeah.
They were
Yeah.
really close, and then she went with her ex, her ex. So it's like they lead us to certain directions. They think sometimes, but we don't know.
I know.
Yeah, twists and turns.
Yeah,
That's right.
Turns and stuff. Have you gotten recognized by anybody because of Baby Daddy?
Not yet on Baby Daddy.
but other shows, I'm
On
sure.
Parks and Rec. And
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. But once I went brunette, it's funny. Like sometimes they're like, "Ooh, you look like a totally different person."
Wow.
Yeah.
But but it's funny because I was telling you on set. The director Michael Lembeck, his wife
Yes.
Lorna, yeah, she's an actress and she knew my mom, and she was telling me on this. Actually, it was this episode when Elle Freezes Over.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my gosh, I just have to tell you, I was like telling Michael, oh my gosh, she looks just like my friend who's an actress, and we used to hang out all the time back in the day. And then he goes, who is it? And she goes, Morgan Brittany. And she's like, yeah. And he was like, that's her daughter. And she was like, oh my. So she went up and told me, was like,
That
I
is
cannot
so funny.
believe
See,
you are
I-
the spitting image.
I did it to her before the show started because I literally had a conversation with my brother. If he watches the show, hi JR. But we're fans of Morgan Brittany from Dallas, Catherine Wentworth, and so I found out. And I ran outside and said the same thing, like, oh my God, your daughter so and so. So must be a nice reaction though that people are like, oh my God, I loved her,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Especially that Michael's wife worked with her or knew her.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that
So.
So, and I told my mom, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I love Lorna.
Aw, that's so
so
sweet.
it's so great. Yeah.
And Michael Lembeck was an actor too. He was on One Day at a Time.
Yes, he was.
He was on One Day at a Time. He was Mackenzie Phillips' husband on the show. So he was on there for years. I remember him from that. So there's a lot. I like that. Is that good for you as an actress that the director used to be an actor? Does that help you any?
I like it, yeah. Because I feel like he's very hands-on and like he's like, okay, like this is how I want. He's very specific in how he wants you to do it, which is great, and that works out awesome for me.
You like that? You like lead me to the water and I will drink it, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm like, thank you. This is what I want. Yeah.
That's
and he's
awesome.
great too, and he's very supportive and very awesome. So yeah.
He seems nice.
Yes.
We didn't chance to meet him that time we were there.
No, we didn't. No, we
chance.
didn't. No.
But he just, I was a fan of his for years too. So, they're wondering. They're calling it "How I Met Your Mother" Baby Daddy edition.
Oh right. Yeah.
Remember, it's like that's all. The whole series is all about how he eventually met your mother.
Right.
So I wonder if the whole series be how you get to Elle.
That's
I
right.
don't know. I mean, I guess it's time for predictions. I guess I tell you, shows will be come by so fast.
Yes.
It's your predictions.
And now,
Oh no.
your
This is where the
AfterBuzz
seizures come in.
TV
Predictions.
Oh.
Because what I want to say is I have a feeling it's not going to wait. You're gonna meet up sooner. That's just. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm just gonna say it to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna look up. I think they're gonna meet up sooner. I think it'll go on for a few more episodes, but I think they're gonna do it sooner. Not do it.
Okay, I was like, hold on.
I mean, meet up sooner.
Okay, I was like, okay, I know
Not
Ben
do it.
moves fast, but I think Elle has hopefully a little more class than just that.
Well, they're setting up that way that you're not like the other girls. I feel like you are the dream girl,
Yeah.
the fantasy girl, the dream.
Definitely, because I mean, she definitely is a lot different than the other girls he's been with, it seems like, and she seems to be more. I mean, we don't know exactly yet, but maybe a little bit more innocent-minded. Like the fact that you let some crazy realtor con you into going to a game, like you're like easy to trust people, and you want to, you want people to like you, and you seem genuine and not like a lot of the other girls,
right?
Which I think is what Ben is attracted to, because he notices you're mysterious and kind of like not like the type of girls he usually goes for, and that makes him want you, but he doesn't know why yet. He just has to find you. He just has to find you.
But she's feeling, but Elle's feeling the same way though. You're feeling like you both are feeling this pull that you want to meet, right?
Right. It's like the universe is just like there's this pull there, but then we're just missing each other. So it's like tricking us,
Yeah.
It's like enticing us, wanting more.
One time at Buffalo Wild Wings, I had that with this girl, and I thought we were meant to be, and I never saw her again.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
It could still happen.
I thought Chelsea Kane was your girl.
That's
What's
true.
going on?
That's true. That's true. I have multiple people in mind.
Oh, okay.
I keep my options open.
Is Ashley Tisdale to your other one too?
Yeah, Ashley Tisdale.
He's a bunch of them. I'm sorry. He's young. He's a bunch of
Hey,
mischief.
that's great.
I forgot about that at all. So, some people are predicting you're going to meet the episode before the finale.
Ooh, okay.
So, and the rest of them are saying, the rest of them are saying when Riley gives birth is when she's going to show up.
Really? See, I don't know. I feel like this might be the last season. I don't know. I feel like just from what the cast has said and different things.
Don't say that at all.
I just feel like I don't want to say that, but I feel like just what they've said. Oh, well, this might be the end. I don't know. We don't know. Type of thing. Oh, we just hit over 100 episodes. We might be ending soon because that's usually when it happens. So I feel like a lot of them that I've talked to acted like they didn't know if it was going to get renewed or not. So maybe they're trying to wind this down and like tell the end of the story, which I would hate. But I mean, I've seen on Instagram stories and Snapchats that they're going out on auditions regularly
I'm
for
going to
different
say,
things.
I'm predicting the show's going on for another season.
Okay.
And I think that Riley's not going to give birth till the end of the season.
Oh, wow.
She's just starting to show. I mean, she's barely showing.
That's true.
I mean, like when we saw her, she was at a little bump, but it wasn't like
Tiny
that big
bump,
yet.
Yeah.
I think because usually TV pregnancies they like to go really big and over the top. I mean, she's still small,
That's true.
so I think it's gonna be later on.
Okay.
Of course, we could be all be wrong, of course, but
That's true. That's true.
Like once upon a time, you'll find love. I will always find you. Someone just wrote that.
Yeah, okay.
They will meet in the most ironic way. Someone predicts. Most ironic way. Interesting. What does that mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
What would be ironic for Elle and for Ben? Ironic way. I think about that one. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
Okay, sure, why not? You guys, thanks for being on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Welcome back anytime.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
We had such a great time.
was so much
Good.
fun.
Good. Tell folks where they can find you on social media in that camera there.
You can find me on social media on Twitter at I am Katie Gill, on Instagram at Katie Gill, and on Facebook at Katie Gill Actress.
Awesome. And it's Katie.
KATIEGILL.
There you go. And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones, and my new talk show, Millennial Hollywood, on AfterBuzz TV's Popcorn Talk every Friday.
And I'm a now published author. My book came out this weekend,
Yay.
so I'm very excited. You can find it on Amazon under James Lott or James Lott Jr. It's on Amazon Kindle and regular, so go at least check out the description and see if you might like it. But you can follow me at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. Baby Daddy's here every Monday. Me and Dakota are here. We love you guys. See you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.